Hello, this is Rohan, and we're going to be starting another playthrough. And we're going to be going back to the Fire Emblem series, this time with Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. So, this is the 11th game in the series, and also the first, one of the first remakes in the series as well. It's a remake of FE1, the very first Fire Emblem game, obviously. And as well as kind of FE3 Prologue, which was actually the first remake, although it's more of like a side thing that they decided to add to FE3 because that had an entire new game in its second book. So yeah, this is why I consider like the first true remake. Unfortunately though, this game came at kind of a bad time. Fire Emblem was really waning in popularity after the not big success of Tellius. And this game did even worse, so much so that the next game in the series would be Japanese only, in FE12. But, as Fire Emblem game became more popular after its resurgence thanks to the 3DS era, people decided to give this game another look, and it's gotten a lot more of a positive attitude now. A lot of people's faults with it aren't really faults with it anymore, so... And yeah, people have come to appreciate this game's very good aspects, actually. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to show this off in my own playthrough. A very nice, simple, casual playthrough of this game, because yeah, because of these difficulties. So yeah, there's some interesting things here. So normal and hard, these are actually quite different. Normal mode, as it says, they're recommended for beginners and those playing the game for the first time. A special prologue introduces the story and gameplay. However, hard, recommended those seeking a challenge. Enemies are to fight degrees tougher than those in normal mode. No prologue is included. And yeah, as I show here, yeah, hard mode has 5 different settings. The most, the ones that most people talk about are hard 1, as it's also called, or hard 5, merciless. Everything else in between isn't really talked about that much, but yeah. But it is nice that the options are there. Like, if you found hard too easy, but you find savage too hard, then brutal might be good for you, so yeah. So there's that, but as you see there, no prologue is actually included with hard mode, so yeah. That's kind of what I would do normal mode. I haven't played this game that much, I've only done one playthrough of normal mode, so yeah. I do find hard mode a little tricky, so yeah, I think that's why I'm going to do normal mode. Another thing that normal mode does is that it has no ambush spawns. Every difficulty of hard mode will, so yeah, that's something else to keep in mind. Yeah, let's go with normal mode. So you can turn on tutorials, I don't think we need to, so yeah. Let's go. Long ago, and yeah, we're going to be reading the dialogue again like I have done in past Fire Emblem games, so yeah, let's go. Long ago, Medius, king of the Dragon King, conquered the continent of Arcania, giving rise to an age of fear and despair for all its people. That tyranny was broken, however, when an unlikely hero intervened. A young man hailing from the Altia region appeared with a divine blade in hand. Fang of Dragon and Blade of Light locked in battle. And in the end, Blade prevailed. For some time after, the land enjoyed an age of peace. However, after a century's passing, the Shadow Dragon returned. He forged an alliance with a fiendish sorcerer who sought to rule the world. And their combined might toppled kingdom upon unsuspecting kingdom. Again, darkness threatened to engulf the continent. It fell upon the king of Altia, sole descendant of the Dragon Slayer hero, to sally forth with the divine blade and fulfill his blood destiny. His son Prince Marth remained at home with the boy's mother, his elder sister, and a garrison manned by Altia's neighbor and ally Gra. Thus the boy applied himself to the ways of both pen and sword until one day. We're gonna do Prologue 1 today. And again, these are exclusive to normal mode. Prince Marth, are you awake? Begging your pardon, sire, but the princess has asked to see you. Elise, is she alright? She seemed to be, sire, but her words implied a certain urgency. She bade you dress quickly and wait by the throne. Has something happened? It's our forces off in grass, sire. There seems to have been some sort of incident, but, well, I'm not privy to the specifics. I see. Thank you. I'll be there shortly. My sister said she would meet me by the throne. An incident in Gra. If Elise has news for our father, I pray it's good news. Okay, here we go. So, let's go into options. So, yeah, animation's on, gain speed fast, text speed fast, skip enemy action, order, yeah, I think I'll keep it like that. Everything else should be fine. So, let's talk about some things about this game. First off, well, it is dual screen, obviously. Oh yeah, I just realized why I couldn't do that. First off, it is obviously dual screen. I do believe on the top screen is the unit information, as well as if you hit R, you can change it to the map. It goes to show your objective. And, well, yeah, that's really all we can do at the moment. So yeah, let's talk about our first unit, Marth. So, actually, should we? There aren't any enemies, so, I don't think we need to talk about Marth just yet. He just needs to walk there, right? So let's just go behind, so let's go. Oh yeah, that's Prince Marth. Well, they're the enemies. What? Who are you? We're soldiers of Gra, little prince. And if you know what's good for you, you'll surrender to us without making any trouble. Surrender? That's ridiculous. Why would I surrender to the army of an allied kingdom? They don't tell you much, do they? No matter, you'll have the full story soon enough. Now lay down your sword. I will not. I am the Prince of Altea. I will not yield to you or any other nation, here on my land, under my own castle roof. Hey, you talk big, brat. Have it your way. If you won't lay down your sword, then we'll just have to take your life instead. And finally some enemies. So, the thing I want to show off is if you hit triangle, you can actually see all the enemy ranges. This is the first Fire Emblem game I'm playing that actually allows you to do that. And if you want to, you can select one enemy to see their enemy range. So yeah, very nice. It's one of the very nice quality of life changes this game has. Now let's talk about Marth. So Marth, he is very basic actually. He's a lord. He actually has a good 7 movement, which is important for one of his roles in battle. Here's the thing about him though, you can use him. On low difficulties, it should be just fine to use him. On the higher ones, you'll notice that he kind of has trouble keeping up with the enemy strength. So he mainly just does utility roles. I think another problem with him is that he actually uses swords. In the other game, that's not a bad thing. You mostly fight axe enemies, but the majority of enemies you're going to find in this game are lance-based. So having a sword isn't a great thing in that regard, although he does have the rapier. It's not a terrible weapon because it's effective against cavalry and armored units, but it does have kind of low might, and it's a sword, so it's going to face weapons, trying to disadvantage against the majority of those, so yeah. That's why his combat isn't the greatest, and also yeah, he does have kind of a rough start with his kind of low base stats, but if you are playing on normal mode, this Prologue is a good way to give him some extra levels, so yeah. If you really want to use him, then yeah, take good advantage of that. So anyway, as for growth rates, he has 80% HP, 50 strength, 0 magic, 40 skill, 50 speed, 70 luck, 20 defense, and 2 rolls, so there you go. He does have some other utilities, but we don't know what those are at the moment, so we're going to talk about those later. Luckily for us, he is able to run on these fires because they're very weak. Now yeah, another thing about that people used to complain about with the scale of battle animations, they aren't the most pleasing thing in the world, but I don't hate them either. And there you go. See, like I said, those two are pretty easy. We do have soldiers. Now, the funny thing about soldiers, they only appear in the prologue because it's an enemy class not in Fire Emblem 1. And Shadow Dragon is a very faithful remake in terms of what the enemies do. Or the enemy positioning, I should be saying, so yeah. That's why, yeah, we're only gonna be seeing soldiers in the prologue, like I said. But anyway, this is a free level up for Marth, basically. It's okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna be too bothered if he's not too strong, not too weak, all that, so yeah. Hey, over here. What? He's firing back, I'll show him. He's gonna go on the throne. No, the throne. I had to get rid of him before my sister rose. Okay, so yeah. But again, he's still not that strong, although the throne does give him 20 avoid, some healing, I believe 20% of health is what that means, and 2 defense, so he's gonna be a little bit difficult to get through. Luckily he only does 2 damage, so yeah. But yeah, it's very hard to lose this battle. That's a thing, sure. And even though he does heal, Marth's gonna do enough to do that. So there you go. Easy peasy. So now let's go into the throne and seize it. Simple as that. Again, it's the first map, and yeah, generally those are used to just like throw ourselves for the controls and all that. But anyway, here's Marth's sister Elise. Oh, I thought you were right. Sister, what's happening? Steady yourself, Marth, I have grave news. Our father is defeated by the Dollar Groster allied forces. What? No. Miss Gra, our own ally, betrayed us and struck Father's army from the rear. I'm not sure if he's safe. The scouts who returned gave conflicting reports. Father, it can't be. As we speak, soldiers sent by Gra are trying to take the castle. Mother and I were separated during the escape. I do not know where she is. Marth, I need you to listen to me. You must flee the castle. Go on without me. What? We've not many soldiers left. This is hard to bear, I know, but the castle is lost. We must face that. I'll look for Mother and join you as soon as I can. You can find Jake and get away from here far away, understand? Alright, but promise you won't be long. Goodbye, Marth. May you live long. And there you go, that's the prologue. So yeah, like I said, pretty short map. Or prologue 1 I should be saying. Pretty short map, but we did get introduced to our main character. And yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's gonna be a rough road ahead of them. So yeah, next time will be prologue 2. We're gonna be introduced to more units, so there'll be a decent amount to talk about there as we make our escape from the castle. So yeah, I'll see you guys again for that.